Hey guys! Thanks for your interest in checking out our Scribe plugin. Scribe's function focuses on 2D splines and shape operations. It was developed to address 3D artists' workflow issues when importing 2D drawings issued from architects and designers. Like me, are you frustrated having to redraw imported drawings? I mean, you'd think with CAD, drawings should be perfect, right? With Scribe, we aim to eliminate the time-consuming and expensive redrawing of 2D splines many artists find themselves having to undertake if they receive 2D drawings. Okay, let's take a look at the UI. Access Scribe from the top menu or toolbar. The panel is set in 3 rows with settings located on the footer. You won't need to access settings unless you are an advanced user wishing to adjust the threads for multi-threading processing. Before starting, a quick reminder that you can access the Help docs by clicking the question mark on the header. I'll work through these starting at the top of the left row. Right, explode splines. Use these to explode the splines. Attach splines. You may want to attach splines using different parameters such as bilayer. Check the Weld attach to Weld. You may wonder why you'd use attach by distance. This attaches splines that overlap each other, like this. Weld knots. The main difference between the above weld attached and this is it allows users to refine the selected splines with live feedback. Spline plots. Have you ever worked on a CAD drawing where the splines are a mess? Seriously, who's drawing this rubbish? Spline plots will retrace the selected splines and close each shape for you. You also have the option to convert to edit mesh. Display knots. This is self-explanatory. Spline Diagnostics. Use this section to explore the selected splines for issues. For example, select some splines. Then click Find Reversed. These splines will change wire color to display as red, yellow, and green. Our traffic light system is found in Scribe and Sculpt. Use the colored buttons above to select. Red has issues, yellow is excluded, and green means there aren't issues. When finished, click Restore Wire Color to return the splines to their original colors. Repair splines. Use these tools to fix selected splines. Redraw Reversed. If you've identified reversed splines in the above Spline Diagnostics, then use this to fix them. Closed Open Splines. Does what the title says. Delete and detach overlapping. Use the diagnostic tools first to select, then use these to fix. Flatten splines. Drops every selected spline to 0, flattening them out. Delete CAD blocks. You shouldn't have any if you use Forensic first. Redraw New Spline. Really important. This will redraw the selected splines and reset the pivot. By doing this, it allows you to add modifiers that perform correctly, such as extrude. Conform to surface. The selected splines will be projected to the surface below. It will automatically add knots to conform to the surface. Curve to corner. Optimises curved splines with live feedback. Subdivide spline provides live feedback with additional knot subdivision. Optimise spline. This will optimize the selected by removing unnecessary ones. Spline Outline Array. Use this tool to offset splines and create clones and dotted lines, horizontally and vertically. If I start with a basic shape, I'll select the spline and then adjust the XY position offset. You can see the live feedback. The tool auto-optimizes splines based on the offset distance and the number of clones. You'll need to convert all knots using curve to corner for auto-repair spline offset clones to work correctly. Bezier knots can't calculate the overlapping, whereas corner knots can calculate the overlapping and new shape. As another example, use a spline circle. When I offset clones from it, these start to square out due to the lack of knots in the original spline. Make sure you use Subdivide spline first to add additional knots. You can also create dotted lines using this tool. Change the length and offset. Check the spline infill to include all splines in the end results. That's it for Scribe. I'm guessing you're likely a hardcore 3D nerd, but I hope the overview of these 2D tools was interesting. Remember, Scribe helps you prep splines for use in your 3D workflow. In my next video, I'll discuss our Sculpt plugin, which focuses on 3D geometry work. Thanks for watching!